Hi, this is Ann Sagendorph, and welcome to both the holidays and the end of the year. So I wanted to do a special video for you today because oftentimes what happens at the end of the year is you get very busy cleaning out your files, making sure your closet's cleaned out, which is always a good idea. But I wanted to do something a little bit more serious this year because I think people are anxious. I think there's been a lot of upset this year. So I want to give you a tool to use to complete your year emotionally and even metaphysically. So I'll tell you a little story. I learned a tool from one of my teachers that includes both forgiveness and sending an anonymous gift. And I want to tell you how it changed me. So several years ago, I had some people that I wasn't really thrilled with at the end of the year. And I could tell because I kept thinking about them. Have you ever noticed that you do that when you haven't forgiven people? And so what I thought was, I don't want to go into next year thinking these same thoughts. And so what this teacher had taught me was to do forgiveness and then send an anonymous gift. And so this is how I did it. I did my own forgiveness of them, so personally. And then what I did was I wrote them a really sweet anonymous note. I didn't sign it. I wrote it on computer so that they wouldn't even know who it was from. And I said something like, may you be blessed this year. May your heart be filled with love. Just anything that you want to write that feels right to you after you've forgiven them, even though you might not feel completely complete. Then I sent $1 or $5. I had a client that actually, she had someone in her real estate office that she really had a hard time with. And what she did was she wrote a really sweet anonymous note. It can just be a sentence. And then put a chocolate truffle on her desk anonymously. Now, let me tell you what happened for me when I did this the first time, and since then, too. One thing I noticed, though, I noticed I don't have anybody this year that I need to do that with, which says something to me about how powerful this work is. So what I did was, I wrote the little note. I sent the $1 or the $5 or whatever, just because it was easier in the mail. And here's what was amazing. After I sent it, within a week, I'd completely forgotten who the people were that I was so upset with. Think about that. Think about how much energy, space, joy, love, freedom that gives you. So I want you to think about the people you might have something going with that you don't want to take into the new year. Write them a wonderful little note, short, sweet, anonymous. Send them a gift, anything from a truffle to $1, doesn't matter what it is, and just see what happens. I will tell you one funny little story. About 3 weeks after I did this, because I did it near the end of the year, I got a letter that was anonymous, but I recognized the handwriting, and she said something really sweet to me. She didn't even realize I'd been upset with her, and sent me a $10 bill. And I just thought, oh, wow, this brings so much goodwill to people. She had no idea that I was ever upset with her, but she recognized it for some reason that it was from me. So I want to encourage you. I want to invite you. If you're cleaning out your files this year or cleaning out your closet, clean out all the people that you haven't forgiven yet. Have a wonderful holiday. Many blessings, and I hope the new year is just amazing and awesome, full of abundance and joy for you. Till next time, bye-bye.